Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? We gonna skip the intro today, and we're gonna get straight to it. Um, just because we got some things to take care of. Dave, what's popping, bro?
What's up, man?
It's
It's
officially
time.
it's officially the off season. We can get to it because we not in it. Saints still in it. They got a big win yesterday. But fam, what's good though? What's going on?
Yo, I gotta pull up the chat. But yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, pull that chat
This
up, bro.
I gotta pull this chat up real quick. Well, I could where should be going too.
Yeah,
I'm echoing, but it's fine, man. I
oh
don't want to mess up the audio if everybody can hear me.
yeah, we can hear you just fine.
All right.
So you good? Dave's not good.
So let's see. But yeah, man. How was your weekend, bro?
I'm straight, man. Same old, same old. Nothing popping. I ain't watching too much football. I watched a little bit of this, a couple of games that was on, but for the most part, I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Yeah, the only game I watched was I watched the Saints and Eagles. I didn't watch the other three. And it looks like based on them scores, I made the right decision.
Yeah, I picked. Yeah, I made a couple bad picks. But it
I
is.
went I went 1-3 the first weekend. That was pretty trash. And then I went 3-1 this weekend.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I thought the Colts were gonna do. They was gonna show up a little bit better than they did, and that did not happen.
yeah, I
I
picked the Colts.
I also picked the Chargers too, and that didn't work out too well. So I'm
Nah,
done. I'm
yeah.
done picking games, bro.
It's an ebb and flow type of thing, man. Like I thought the Chargers had a shot, but my gut wouldn't allow me to pick over the Patriots in Foxborough.
Yeah, anybody but the Saints at this point. Anybody but the Saints at this point. But all right, as it pertains to us, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. We are in full blown off season mode, and this is. I know our views gonna go down because everybody's, no more games is popping. But this is where you become a real fan. Like this is how you take your casual fandom and take it to the next level, and that's what we're here to help y'all with. We here to make sense of it all. You know what I'm saying? Especially with TD hat popping and all this other stuff going on. We're here to make sense of it all. So hopefully, this is my favorite time of the year, off season. I wish it would have, we could have been in the Super Bowl. But it is what it is. But this is the time where we build and we make it popping. So we get it popping. So we're gonna roll right into this off season checklist here that we got. But before we do that, Dave, we got to talk about TD, bro. We got to talk about TD.
Yeah,
Um,
he played his last season in Carolina, which is unfortunate. I
yeah,
understand why.
yeah. I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, he he looked a little old out there, man. I understand why they're doing it. Um, he's a Panthers legend, so I'm trying my best not to disrespect Panthers legends. He's had a phenomenal career here. He tore his ACL in the same knee 3 times, but it's time. I mean, 14 seasons is time, man.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree, man. Like, I was baffled. Like, I was baffled by like everybody's, so surprised, of us letting go of TD. I mean, to me, it's obvious. Like he's first of all, my thing is this. I mean, you came, and this is no disrespect to TD, but you came into the season saying, it was gonna be your last. So as a GM, as Herney, he's got to make his moves. You know what I'm saying? He's got to plan for the future. And when you give
Yeah,
the,
but
when you give it when you give the indication that this gonna be your last season, you know, it's sometimes, especially with a big decision like Shaq Thompson in the 5th year option, sometimes the timing didn't line up. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
I think the drug test
I get
is
that.
why he
I
changed his
get all
mind.
that. I get all that. I'm not. I get all that. I get all that. But I'm just saying, you know, listen, we got to make moves at the end of the day. We got to make moves. Uh, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm rolling. I like the move. I like the move by Hurney. You know, it's time. The old Hurney would have said, all right, you know, Hurney would have been like, yeah, let's keep him, let's make TD the highest paid linebacker at age 36. You know what I'm saying? And New Hurney learned from his mistakes. And so, listen, it's time, bro. It's time for sure. So I have no problem with us letting go TD, and you know he's gonna get off somewhere. He's gonna get off somewhere. Look, loyalty got him in trouble. His first Hurney 1.0 got in trouble due to loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So this time around, it's time. It's time to let him go. It's time. Hopefully he don't go to like the Falcons or something like that.
That's exactly where he could end up, and that's the thing I'm worried about.
Yeah,
He could go home.
Facts.
So,
and I mean,
that's exactly what I'm worried about. This could bite us.
He's a 3-4. He's a 3-4. A 4-3 linebacker. So they run a 4-3. So I don't think it makes too much sense.
They run a 3-4.
They run a 3-4. Yeah. So it won't make too much sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you gotta move on. You gotta move on. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So that being said, you know, we appreciate what TD did. 14 years, Panther legend for sure. Probably gonna have his number in the Ring of Honor. And we talked about this. Like, if you rock with the Panther Nation podcast, we prepared you for this 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? We try to prepare you for these kind of situations because it's bound to happen. Even with Peppers, like and somebody said it earlier in the chat. Yo, we got to get younger and we got to get faster, especially a linebacker. You know, it's so important for our linebackers to be fast, and it just is what it is, man. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good with me. I'm happy. I'm happy. We just gotta see what we do from here on out. All right. So that being said, you know,
I don't see him going to the Saints.
I don't
might
know.
hurt more than him going to Carolina. I mean, to Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know where he's gonna go. The obvious, you know, place seems to be Buffalo, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think he's gonna go that far, man.
Man, listen. At the end of the day, you gotta. He's 36 years old, or up there. I don't know if he's 36, but he's up there, and you gotta. He's gotta go wherever the money goes at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. You know. So I'm cool, man. I'm good. I'm good. So that being said, let's get into this checklist. You ready? You ready to get in this checklist, Dave? I believe I sent it to you a long time ago. But let's get into this checklist, dog. So first thing we gotta do, in my opinion, is clear up this cap space. We gotta analyze the roster, clear up this cap space, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's clear up this cap space and let's do what it do. Okay? It's a lot of money to be had. It's a lot of money to be had. As far as there's a bunch of cap casualties, and we're gonna go over that today. That's step one, and I think we're gonna go over a lot of the cap casualties and the obvious cuts, and see how much money we can get from that. So I'm rolling with the clearing the cap space. It's a lot of money out there. I play with overthecap.com. If you want to get familiar with the salary cap, use overthecap.com or SpotTrack. Both of those are really good websites. I like Over the Cap because it's easier. But you know, it's a very good. It helped me understand a lot of what's going on and some of the strategies that the teams use or GMs use to get cap space. So I love it. All right. So that number one, I think we got to clear up some cap space. I think there's a slide that has it later. You know how much cap space we have available. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But clear cap space, number one. All right. So Cam Newton, we got to get Cam 100%. Get Cam 100%. But we need to prepare for the worst. Okay. I don't know how long Cam is gonna be out. If he's look, nobody knows. Okay, everybody's talking about Cam's gonna be ready. Cam's gonna be ready. We don't know. I don't think he knows really at this point. He doesn't know. So I think we need to work on a contingency plan. Right now, Kyle Allen is under contract through next year. Are we gonna roll with Kyle Allen, or are we gonna bring in a proven backup? Proven backups are gonna cost. Okay, so we've got to figure out what we're gonna do as far as backup quarterback. Dave, what would your opinion? What would your opinion be as far as Cam Newton, and what do you think?
We definitely need to prepare. They haven't said what the injury is officially. They still haven't really said it. You know, and that's scary.
Exactly.
I think if we do nothing, we know that Cam's ready, or they think that Cam's going to be ready before kickoff. If we sign some guy like, I don't think they're going to sign Kaepernick, but if we sign like a Teddy Bridgewater or some other veteran quarterback, then you know that Cam's probably going to be due to miss some games. And I like what I saw out of Kyle Allen, but I don't know if the front office feels that same way for him to play more than like 4 games.
Yeah, and listen,
I don't see him rolling with Kyle Allen for a full season.
And listen, it's all about being realistic here. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice for us to go and sign a Teddy Bridgewater, but guess what? Teddy Bridgewater is gonna command a lot of money. Like, he's pretty much the top available quarterback. There's gonna be a bidding war. There's gonna be a bidding war for him. Okay, see what I'm saying? We got to be realistic about these quarterbacks. It's gonna cost us some money.
You know what quarterback's not gonna have a bidding war?
Say what?
You know what quarterback's not gonna have a bidding war?
Who?
Colin Kaepernick.
That's what I'm saying. And that you gotta, it's gotta be even Tyrod. Quarterbacks cost money, bro.
Yeah, starting quarterbacks are cheap, guys.
Either way, like, you're gonna have to pay. You're not just gonna be able to pick up a quarterback and pay him $5 million a year. Like, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You got to pay him. You're going to have to pay your backup quarterback, B. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a strong possibility that you see Kyle Allen back there. And we probably need to keep our eye on a draft pick, realistically. Realistically, we need to keep our eye on a draft pick, for sure. But that's number 2. Let's get Cam Newton 100%, whether it's like Slim J said, the luck treatment, where he stays out the whole year, or we sign a backup. If something's got to happen, I just don't want to rush. I want Cam 100% no matter what. He got to be 100%. Whatever it is, let him be 100%. If you got to sit a year, let him sit a year. Okay? That's how I feel about it. All right? Next up, address the pass rush. Dave, we don't know if Pepper's coming back, and it's looking super thin as far as the defensive line goes. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's looking super thin, super duper thin. You got Mario Addison, and I believe that's probably about it as far as on the roster. Like, Wes Horton's is a free agent. I don't know if he's restricted or unrestricted, but Wes Horton, FA, all those dudes. I know FA is a restricted free agent, but we don't have anything on the roster right now. You know what I'm saying? So pass rush, I feel like we have to spend money. That's got to be the top. We got to go after the top pass rusher available, pretty much in both the draft and free agency. To be honest with you, for real, man, I'm not joking. Like, it's ugly. It's ugly as far as the pass rush goes.
I don't know if we got the cap space to get the top guy.
Well, we can create the cap space. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later, Dave. Don't worry about the cap space. I got you back there. There. But we're gonna have to spend some money, B. We're gonna have to spend some money for sure. Any more thoughts on the pass rush?
Oh my God, man. Is Peppers talking like he's gonna come back?
I haven't heard a word from Peppers. Last I saw Peppers was contemplate, and we didn't know. But I think Ron Rivera was talking like, yo, it was that he was done, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't
He's
know.
probably done.
Um,
What reason does he need to come back?
to get that half sack that he needs to get third on the list. I think he needed a half sack. I think if he would have got the half sack, I think he would have been done. And he was trying hard in that Saints game. He was trying hard, bro. But
Harder than what he's been doing about trying to get them grafts out, man.
yeah, for sure, because he wasn't signing nothing. But all right, so so not only we have to address the pass rush, we got to address the interior as well of the defensive line. Are we gonna keep Poe? Are we gonna dump Poe? There ain't much behind Poe if you want to dump him. I mean, you got Kyle Love, who is a free agent, I believe. Kyle Love's a free agent, and then you got Vernon Butler, who's gonna be on a contract year. So you can say, hey, let's cut Poe, and then there ain't nothing behind him at all. So we'll talk about Poe a little bit later, but we gotta address the interior as well. It ain't pretty, bro.
Everybody wants to dump Poe.
I feel you, but ain't nothing behind him. Ain't nothing behind him.
I want to know what happened to Poe's playtime once Rivera started calling them plays.
Well, he determined what happened to his own time. Would you put him out there?
No, but I need to know. I need to understand. Did he enter the Rivera doghouse?
Yeah, I would assume so.
I just want to know. Like, I understand everybody saying, "Oh, he's trash, he's garbage." Nah, I want to know if something happened. If we cut Poe this soon, it might have been something else that happened. Because he's going to take a pretty well. We'll get into the cap later, but and I'll ask these questions. But I like Kyle Love, man. I really do.
But at the same time, Kyle's 32 years old. You know what I'm saying?
He's our best guy. Him and KK.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about the savings. I'll show you what's going on.
Roster after this year.
Who?
Vernon Butler.
Yeah, I mean Vernon Butler. That's his last year. Next year is his last year. So you got a fifth-year option that we're probably not gonna take or pick up. So it just kind of is what it is. So the D-line needs help for sure. We got to do something there. All right.
Yeah.
The entire D-line. It's complete trash.
That's more of a need than the interior.
Yeah, it's complete trash.
Pass rush is way more of a need at this point.
So linebackers, Dave, we already made a determination on TD, right? So now that pretty much all but ensured Shaq's extension. If I'm GM, his current contract is $9 million. I don't see him playing under that $9 million number, although he could. If you play the right numbers, you could see we could see what happens. But I would extend him. He's not bad. I don't think I've ever really shat on Shaq Thompson. But I don't want him playing on that $9 million for sure. I don't want him on that $9 million. That's just my opinion. What's your thoughts on
I would like to try to extend him at a lower rate. That's for sure. The trend I'm noticing though is that we've picked this draft for every position that we had, and it looks like I know we're definitely going to go defense in the draft pretty heavily, but because that's where the needs are. But I'm fine with trying to extend Shaq. I don't want him playing on the $9 million contract either. We can use that space elsewhere. And like the concept of life without Shaq and Luke is kind of tough right now, considering we're about to lose TD. Unless we think that those linebackers that we drafted. The linebacker that we drafted.
We drafted two of them. Andre Smith.
Yeah.
Andre Smith and Jermaine Carter are. But I think though they were drafted to take over like Ben Jacobs and David Mayo, those spots. Because I don't see either one of those. They're both free agents as well. Mayo and Ben Jacobs. So I see those two taking those special team spots. I really ain't seen enough from them to crown them as starters or anything like that. So I don't know. But we gotta address it. Next up,
I mean,
go ahead, Dave.
yeah, I'm looking at the chat. People are saying, "Hey, we gotta go OT," and I'm like, I'm more concerned about these other 3 spots. So what we got up next?
Next was damn Duke about to catch his fade. Next up is solidify the coaching staff. Um, we we got rid of, so we brought in a couple guys for quarterbacks coach, cornerbacks coach, excuse me. I think what was the guy? The Pagano. We brought in Pagano, but he took the Chicago job. So that's pretty much a wrap. And then
Some people were worried about the Pagano situation because they were thinking he might be a threat to Rivera to take his job over if he freaking starts slow.
yeah, I could see that. But we've been both DB coaches. We like Perry Fell or whatever his name is. He also we looked at him too. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's also been in line for head coaching job.
All due respect, I understand we having some Rooney Rule problems. I don't want Perry Fuel as my head coach.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I do not want Perry Fuel as my head coach.
Just
I'm
saying.
just going to go and lay that out there right now. You know what I remember him from?
What's
I
that?
remember
Dude?
him from when he was I think he was like the secondary coach for the Bears. And the Panthers were playing the Bears in the playoffs. And Steve Smith was murdering these cats by himself. And I just remember watching NFL films, and they would show him trying to convince his guys, yo, calm down, don't worry, while Steve Smith is gashing him every single time. So now I don't want him as my head coach. He probably is a very good secondary coach, but he was an okay defensive coordinator. I don't want him as my head coach.
All right. So so it looks like Washington is gonna keep the defensive coordinator spot, and then it looks like Rivera's still gonna keep the play call duties. That's what was pretty much released. So I agree with that as well. I think that Rivera knows what's on the line at this point. He knows what's up. He knows that his job is on the line this year, so he's got to do what he's got to do. But there is some holes for
Honestly,
these position coaches.
In essence, he's the DC. Like,
Yeah,
I
he is
understand
glorified.
Yeah, I understand that, Eric Washington is still there and he still has the title, but Ron's the DC. And there's nothing wrong with that. Bill Belichick at one point was doing both. When Josh McDaniels wasn't there, he was calling offensive plays too. So in essence, man, it's fine. It happens. Belichick's always been the guy making calls on the defensive side of the ball. So
Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. Let's move on. Offensive line. All right. So we don't know who's playing left tackle at this point. We don't know what's up with Darrell Williams. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Darrell Williams. I think Darrell Williams will determine a lot. If we re-sign him, we'll stick him back at right tackle, or he could probably slide over to left tackle. We don't know who's playing left tackle. We don't know. So we got to figure out whether we re-sign Clark and let him play another year while we draft one and groom him. I don't know. I don't know what we do there. Spend a high pick. We'll have to see. But I think you address it and see what happens. What's your thoughts on left tackle, Dave, or the offensive line in general?
The line hasn't really played that bad this year, man.
Yeah, that's why I say you bring it back the way it was. They weren't that bad. Like we've seen a lot worse.
Yeah. So for me, I would try to sign Darrell Williams at a discounted rate and keep it moving because we already see what life is like without Matt Khalil. So Matt Khalil's behind, stays behind on the bench, and then we'll cut him when we have the opportunity, or trade him if some sucker wants him.
I think Darrell's not going to sign a long-term deal. To be clear, Daryl is not going to sign a long-term deal. It's going to be a short, maybe a 1 year prove-it deal, just to prove that his leg is healthy. We only need him for a 1 year rental. Um, you know what I'm saying? So listen. We've seen a lot worse as far. People are like, it's all about perspective, people. It's about perspective. We've seen a lot worse offensive line. Like, of course, people get hurt. Yeah, 3 dudes got hurt. I understand that. It happens. Like like Heineke's injury was a freak act. Like, you fell on his elbow. Like, come on, man. Like, it happens. It happens. Okay. Like, but they weren't that bad. They started hot. It kind of caught up with them towards the end of the season, but they played well during the middle to the end, or the beginning into the middle. But I think another year together, let them gel, man. Let them gel. That's just my opinion.
Everybody's saying the line killed 3 quarterbacks.
I mean, I get it. I mean, they got hurt. It happens. It happens.
No, I don't think it's fair to count the Cam one because Cam might have already been.
He already was banged up.
Shoulder.
Yeah,
he was
like,
already leaving that shoulder beforehand.
People get hurt, man. It happens. It's freak accidents, man. It happens. But I agree. We do need to get a left tackle. But at the end, let me tell y'all something about drafting. Drafting a left tackle may not fix the problem. Like, you draft a left tackle, stick him out there and see what happens. See what happens. You stick a drafted left tackle out there and see what happens. It might work out. I bet you it's like a 75% failure rate if I had to put a number on it. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got to understand, if we draft an offensive tackle early in the draft, he's not going to play left tackle.
That's my point. When you draft a guy, 9 times out of 10 he's going to start at the right tackle. And guess what? We already have 2 good right tackles. You know what I'm saying? What if we re-sign Daryl? I think the best case scenario is re-sign Daryl at a real cheap prove it deal, and then maybe slide Moton over to left tackle and rock with it from there. Maybe I think that's best case scenario. Anything other than that?
What Marcus said was valid. Jordan Gross was the number 8 pick, and it took him 4 to 5 years.
That's my point. I've said that in the group me. Like, everybody that wants to draft a left tackle, I promise you that person you drafted is not going to start a left tackle. It's very difficult. And maybe that you can probably point out maybe 2 or 3 cases where it happened, but it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen.
They have a high bust rate, man.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. I agree. I agree that, but you draft a left tackle, or you draft a tackle that you think is going to be played at left tackle, and he's going to be played at right tackle. Not one. It's trust me. Every listen to the draft commentators when they talk about it on draft night. Oh, this guy's going to start out at right tackle, and then after 4 years, he's going to move over to left tackle. That's just what happens. The best case scenario, re-sign Darrell Williams and move Moton to left tackle, and I think that's your line. But other than that, I'm telling you, drafting a guy, especially high, is not going to fix it. I guarantee it. Y'all going to be just as pissed. Oh, why we draft this guy? He's trash. We spent the 16 pick on this guy, and he's a flop. I can hear it now. Man. All right, let's move on because I'm spending a lot of time on secondary. Dave. Do we re-sign Eric Reed or no? That's pretty much obvious, right?
Yeah.
Slim said, what about guards? I think our guards are fine.
Yeah, we're good on guards.
I think guards are fine.
And if you really want to use a draft pick on offensive lineman, go get a guard.
Right, exactly.
They can start first day.
That's a good point.
Like, if you really want. If you guys are so worried about the offensive line and y'all so worried about that, let's draft a guard. Let's draft a center. Let's draft one of those. But don't try to draft a left tackle thinking they're going to start left tackle first year. There aren't too many guys that can do it.
I agree. Mike Adams. What you think about Mike Adams? You think he's done?
Yeah, he's done, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's time to move on anyway from Mike Adams. And Dave, you told me to add kicker. You told me to add kicker, so I added kicker, Dave. I don't think Gano's going anywhere, to be honest with you, but he's like
not.
signed through like 2028. I don't
I
think
just
he's
know the
going
kicker that
anywhere.
we let go is still in the freaking playoffs right now, kicking in field goals and extra points.
Yeah, I think Mike Adams is done too. Everybody's saying Mike Adams is done. I believe so as well. But Dave, let's get into this. Let's get into these cap numbers real quick. Whoops. All right. So right now, this is from overthecap.com. It looks like we have 25 million in cap space. Not a lot when you have like a million dudes that need to be re-signed or potentially re-signed. So this it's not a lot of guys out there for 25 million. So Dave, guess what? I mean, we gotta go to work. We gotta go to work. So first place I'm looking to get my money. First place I'm looking to get my money, Dave. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess where I'm going, Dave. Where I'm getting my money back.
You can't go to Khalil.
Why can't I?
You can't go to Khalil
Why
yet.
can't I why can't I?
I thought it was gonna be a big cap hit if you go to
June
Khalil.
June 1 cut. Spread that thing out. If you don't know what a June 1 cut is, that means you take some of that, you take that dead money and you spread it out over 2 years, okay? So, Dave, let me tell you. We cut Matt Khalil as a June 1 cut, we get 7.3 million back. That's where I'm getting my money, B. Get him out of here. Get him out of here, please. Under no circumstances should this man be on our roster next year. Under
Wait
no
a minute.
circumstances.
Wait, stop. This is an all-pro left tackle.
Under no circumstances should this man be playing.
No.
He should be
Wait.
arrested right now for
No.
grand larceny because he
Wait.
robbed us.
All-pro left tackle.
No, he robbed us straight up. He didn't even play a snap this year, fam.
All-pro
He
left
should be
tackle.
arrested for grand larceny right now.
No. All-pro left tackle.
Nah, B. Nah, he should
All-pro
be.
left tackle right
He
there.
should he should be arrested.
On the tubes.
Nah, he should be arrested for highway robbery. Everybody want the gunshots. My bad.
Yo,
He should be
yo,
arrested.
man.
He get him out of here, man.
Listen,
7.3 million, B.
I'm just saying, the dude, we paid him like he was an all-pro left tackle right there, man. We paid him like he was playing the best football in his life. And he was garbage the last year before we signed him.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He looked at the film from the rookie year.
My man didn't play a snap this year and got paid. He got paid, B.
Paid.
All right. This dude got to go. So this is where first place I'm looking to get my money. June 1 cut. Take that dead money, spread it out over 2 years. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a little bit. It's not an easy cut. It's kind of one of those quick gratification things where you cut him, you get 7.3 million back, and then you just got to bite the bullet. It's just one of them things, you got to bite it. You have to bite the bullet. He's not doing anything for us. You got to go ahead and bite that bullet and get him out of here. That's just my opinion. Get him out of here, okay? Next place, Dave. Where am I going next? Where am I going next, Dave? Easy money. Easy money. Get him out of here. 5 million off the top. Torrey Smith. See you later, buddy. Out of here.
Just so y'all know, I haven't seen any of this.
Out of here.
I haven't seen any of these players that he's getting out the paint right now.
Get him out of here. 5 million saved. Ain't no dead money. Shout out to the Eagles for that genius contract structure, which allows us to cut him with no penalty for next year. So get him out of here. I'm saving 5 million. Okay, 5 million. Get him out of here. It's really just cutting dead weight. I mean, if you think about it, it's just cutting dead weight. We just getting a dead weight. It's no need for Torrey Smith to be on this roster next year. You got DJ Moore, you got Curtis Samuel, you got Jarius Wright, and you got somebody that we about to draft. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's it. Get him out of here.
We're gonna draft another wide receiver.
Of course. Why not? We don't have to draft him high. Get one like the 4th, 5th round. It's gonna be somebody there. It's gonna be
list, man.
It's
Looks
gonna.
like we probably need to draft a wide receiver to the 5th round.
It's gonna be a nice Funchess replacement. The same body type is gonna be right there, sitting right there in the 5th round. I'm telling you. I know it. I'm telling you. I've done the scouting. Shout out to everybody watching my scout videos. I'm gonna do it. We can do it. We can get the same body type of a Funchess in the 5th round. It's no need. Bug Howard is that's a good point, Alex. Great point. Bug Howard I think we probably gonna have to do some kind of futures contract with him or something like that. I don't think he's under contract. I gotta double check that. But Bug Howard was on the roster last year. He could easily be a Funchess replacement. Great point, Alex. Great point.
Yeah, because I mean, even he could just he could just run some routes and drop the balls occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But easy money to get rid of Torrey Smith. I mean, he handicapped DJ Moore. Because of him, DJ Moore didn't get to shine like he could have his rookie year, and I blame Ron Rivera for that. That's on you, Ron. That's on you, Ron. That's on you, fam. That's on you, my G. You gotta hold that. That holding DJ Moore back. That's on you. All right. So let's move on. Next, where am I going next, Dave? Take a guess. I don't even know who's next, but take a guess where I'm going next.
Nah, I don't think you're gonna collect Poe yet.
Nah, he not here yet. Dave, you froze up. You'll be back. You'll be back in a second.
Nah,
oh, go ahead. There you go. You
I'll be back.
No, you good. Go ahead.
So, let me think here. Let me go check this roster out. Who about to go out in the paint?
Where am I going,
Captain?
Dave?
Captain?
No, I'm not. I'm going Denoa Cersei. Get him out of here. $2.5 million. You're trash. You didn't do nothing this year. You got concussed.
Oh yeah, that is right. Cause
get him out of here.
I think that's on the condition if we sign Eric Reed, though.
That's true.
We gotta get Eric.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Before you start firing in multiple bullets,
get him out of here.
You can't do it. You can't do it without Eric Reed back. Now, if Eric Reed back, he's out the paint. You just go ahead and move that 2.5 over to him, and then a portion of Torrey to him, and then keep it moving.
Yeah, Cersei. I mean, you ain't doing nothing. You would maybe depth, but yeah, I forgot it was here too. All right, so 2.5. Give me my money back. That's easy. 2.5 million. Give us that back. All right. Where am I going next, Dave? I believe you said it.
Yo, real talk though. He's the ultimate sacrifice. Without his concussion, there would be no Eric Reed on
That is
roster.
a fact. That's a fact. Great point. That's a fact.
So, I almost want to freaking give him mercy off that alone. But,
that's a great point. Great point. All right, let's move on. Where am I going next, Dave?
Oh boy.
I think you said it.
Munderland?
Capping. You got to get out of here, D. You got to get out of here, man. $2 million. Get him out of here, bro. We got to get younger. I think you slide Dante over to that nickel, and you draft the corner potentially, or bring somebody in, or maybe I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. And we don't want to do that post June 1 on everybody. You don't want to spread it out on it. I think that Khalil cut is big enough to where that's the only June 1 cut I want to do. Maybe potentially another one. But that's it. I don't want to keep June 1 cut. That's how we get where Herney put us the first time around, where we were just dead money. Like I don't want to do that. So I think 1 is enough. I think Cap just cut him clean. Give me $2 million. Give me $2 million. All right. Where am I going next, Dave? We cleaning out. We getting rid of all this dead weight. All this dead weight. Where am I going next, Dave?
Oh, let me see. Let me look and see what we're.
Just take a guess. Burn. Nah, I ain't cutting Burn. I ain't cutting Burn.
Why not?
I ain't cutting Burn because we ain't got nothing there yet. We ain't got nothing behind him. So let me be clear. I think these cuts right here are solid cuts. I think now I'm getting into the let's think about it. All right, let's think about it a little bit before we start cutting. Okay, this is where I started getting my analytics. These were easy cuts in my opinion. The first 3 or 4 we went over, easy cuts. Now it gets tough. Now you kind of got to think. You got to think a little bit before you start cutting, yo. So next up,
more, man.
I had Ross. I had Ross Cockrell. Okay. $2.8 million. This is why you got to think about it, okay? And the reason why I put him up here is because you don't know if that leg. I mean, my man snapped his leg, B. You don't know if it's gonna be. You don't know if he gonna be back, right? So you can get near $3 million back. I think he's under contract for another 2 more years. But you got to think about it. You got to think about it, okay? You got to think about Ross. Is he gonna be okay? Health wise. Think about it. You got to think about it. That's what I'm saying, people. Think about it, okay? $2.8 million. That's something you can get back. Maybe. We don't know if he's good yet. We ain't seen it in our system. I'm just saying he snapped his leg, fam. I don't know if he's gonna be back. If he is back, will he be the same? So I think I'm getting my money back. I think I'm getting that $2.8 million back.
He hurt his leg? Was preseason or training camp?
Fam, y'all wanna keep him for death, but y'all don't even know if he's gonna be the same. Like, you don't know. You don't know. Yeah, we don't know if he's gonna be the same. My man snapped his leg, B. I mean, come on, man. Let's 2.8 million. Let's get my $2.8 million back though. All right, let's move on. Let's move on, Dave. Where am I going next?
Man,
where am I going next? I don't know where I went next. I don't know where I went.
Let's see here.
Let me see. Oh, Poe. All right. So this is I did do him. Pause. Okay, I did. And we could get $6 million back from Poe with a June 1 cut. Okay. The problem with cutting Poe is ain't nothing behind him, my G.
Nobody.
It's nothing behind him, dog. You got Kyle Love, who's a free agent, and you got Butler, Big Vern. So that's tough.
I still think we should cut Vern, but
I mean, you cut either way. You cut Vern. It's here's the problem with cutting Poe. Here's another problem with cutting Poe. All right, Poe. Maybe last year was a fluke. Maybe he, just getting his mind right and whatnot. He wasn't, prepared, and I don't know. It was just a bad season. Okay, maybe he gonna bounce back, but he got another 2 years on his deal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all talking about Sue? Like, we gotta be realistic, man. Sue breaking the bank. We not paying Sue. We not paying Sue. Y'all, who wants to pick up Vern? Who wants to trade for Vernon Butler? Like, come on, man. Who's gonna get like a 6th, 7th round pick for Vern? Like, nah, man. Like, nobody's gonna pick him up. And Sue's gonna want to break the bank. Even in his 30s, he's gonna want to break the bank. Okay. Maybe I think Gettleman. Maybe that's the only one that you could probably trade him to. In all seriousness, that's a great point. That's a great point. I think Gettleman might take him back. You can probably trade him there. Maybe McDermott. Good points. Maybe those two, but that's about it. Ain't nobody else. I think the Bills ain't dumb enough to trade one more person or pick up another trade from us because you see how the last one went. I don't think they're gonna go back to that bank too many times with Kelvin. But there ain't gonna be too many people that's willing to pick up Big Vern on a trade. It's just the problem with getting rid of either Vern or Butler. I mean, getting rid of Butler or Poe is we don't have any depth. There's nothing behind it. Like, if we had, maybe if we re-sign Love, and then the draft. I'm telling you, this draft is stocked full of defensive tackles, full of them. It's so many defensive tackles in this draft. Maybe we can re-sign Love, but Love is 32. Do you want to put stock in that age? Like, you sign him for no more than 2 years? Poe got 2 years left in him. I don't know, man. It's just tough. It's tough. It's tough. You can't just. That's why we gotta think about these decisions because it's not that easy. It's not that easy. I love Simmons, B. I love Simmons. If we picked up Simmons, I'll let Poe walk at that point. But you got to have them on the
Yeah.
roster first. You don't know how to draft. Listen, you got to use free agency to set up the draft. You can't. The worst thing you can do is create holes before the draft. You can't create. You can't cut Poe, create a hole before the draft, and then you stuck reaching. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Or
So
you end up like we had to do when we had to draft all them corners that season.
exactly,
Or that secondary.
exactly. We got
And then
caught
Taylor was
reaching.
talking about his BPA, and then later he was like, well, we had to let Norman go, and da-da-da-da-da, and you don't want to be in that situation. I'm fine with keeping Poe.
So
If we're going to cut one, I want to cut Vern.
I mean,
I don't want to cut Poe.
realistically, I think Poe stays. I think I just put him up here just to put it in perspective that you gotta just you gotta stop creating holes before the draft. We can't do that. You have to use free agency to set up the draft, not create holes. So we not creating holes on it, and then we just now we out here reaching for every defensive tackle we can. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I don't get your hopes, and this is what we're here for, people. We're here to prepare you. So when Poe's on the roster next year, you understand why, because you can't just do that. Maybe if we do it, maybe there's a plan. Maybe there's a plan that I don't know about. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I think that's all the cuts I had. And with those cuts, I got us up to 50 million. Near 50, right at 50 million in cap space. Now we can do some damage. Now we can do a little bit of damage.
That's including the Poe cut and the other ones too?
That's all the cuts. That's every single cut. Got us up to 50 million. You take Poe off, you still now, and that's still, and listen, people, that's still not including a potential extension for
Shaq.
For Shaq. You extend Shaq, that gets us up to probably maybe 55. So,
by the way, Lee Trotter, let me go ahead and clear something up real quick. Greg Hardy is a co-main eventer for the UFC. He is not thinking about coming back to the NFL at this point. We're going to set that line right there for you.
yeah.
Continue.
So 50, I got us up to 50 million, okay? With 50 million, there's a lot of dudes to resign. That's what we're going to take a look at next week. Next week, we're going to take a look at all the 2019 free agents and see who we need to resign, because you got to take care of your own first. Then we got to free up some money and see what we can do, if we can do some damage in free agency. It's just going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's a lot of holes on our roster right now that we got to fix. And I built that draft. Let me see if I can put this in a little bit of perspective for y'all real quick. Let me see if I can put this in a little bit of perspective for y'all real quick, if it works. All right. Let's see. All right. So I built this. I call it. I don't know. It just includes. It's the roster, and it includes their contract years. So you can take a look at how, and we're gonna look at this next week, like in depth. But you can take a look at how difficult it is. Like, for instance, everybody wants to get rid of, let's say we get rid of Vern. Let's take a look at the DTs real quick. Vern and, let's deselect all. Let's take a look at defensive tackles. All right. Listen to what y'all want to do, right? All right. So y'all want to, Kyle Love is a free agent. Vernon Butler's on a contract year next year. So 2020, next year. If it's in yellow, that means his contract is up next year, and then 2019 obviously is this year. Okay. So see how it works. You gotta look long term. You can't just say, hey, look, let's cut this guy. Okay. Let's just get rid of him. But because you gotta look towards the future. You gotta look towards the future. We don't have 4 DTs. We have 3. We have 3, and then 1 leaving next year. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna extend Vernon Butler. So you gotta look at these things analytically. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
You forgot about Norton.
so Norton. Let me see. He wasn't on the. He might have been like on a practice squad or something. No, Kendrick Norton from Miami, the dude we drafted. He wasn't
Yeah.
on the roster. I pulled the roster from Panthers. He wasn't on the roster, so he's out of here. This is all stuff pulled directly from so for instance, do you want to see where it's real ugly? Y'all want to see where it's real ugly? Take a look at these defensive ends, fam. Look at these defensive ends. Look at this. Y'all look at this.
We got 5. Got 5 on the roster.
Look at these defensive ends, B.
Oh, 6.
I think
Got 6 on the roster.
Addison is like 2023. He got a real long extension. See what I'm saying? So it's ugly, B. It's ugly. Haynes and Addison. Addison, I didn't. He's like 2000. I didn't add him. He's like 2023. Something like that. He's far.
The white means he's safe for a very, very, very long time.
Green means you're good. He's safe. Green means we're okay at that position. Red means we got some work to do. Okay. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. As Panthers fans, we can say a lot of things. We can say get rid of him, but look what it does down the road. Look, and then you want to see. Look at this though. Look at the linebackers. Everybody want to get rid of Shaq, right? Everybody want to get rid of Shaq, okay? Everybody want to get rid of Shaq, my G. Look at this.
We heard him.
Look at this. So you got Norris out of here, Ben Jacobs out of here, Mayo out of here. You got Shaq Thompson and Luke Kuechly, maybe Carter as your 3 viable starters. And you got Andre Smith. We don't know what Andre Smith was because he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what that's like. He had a hamstring issue pretty much all year. So it's exactly, yeah, it's gonna take some time. I agree, Slim. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of undrafted or a lot of free agents this year. It's a lot. Yeah, I had to cut him because I mean disrespect him like that. I should have deleted him so it didn't look that bad, but I was in a rush trying to get this done. But even if you take a look, you just take a look at, let's just take a look at all these
You know what you can do? This is what I did, and it was scary. Bring all the players back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to
and then do
2019.
a send order on the contract year.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's a lot of dudes.
Let me tell you something, man.
Look at all these guys we got to work. Look at all this.
It's 29 free agents.
29 dudes, my G.
29 free agents.
And not all. The good news is that there's no really big. You got Eric Reeves, probably your big money guy that you're gonna have to pay some nice money for. Even Daryl Williams is not gonna cost us that much for 1 year. That's the good news. Everybody else is pretty much pennies, but it's a lot. It's a lot of guys. It's a lot of guys. No, I'm not depressing you. This is a reality. It's hard. It's hard to build. This is what I'm trying to. It's easy. It's easy when you say, boom. Oh, let's pick this dude up, pick this guy up, pick this dude up, cut this dude.
Guys.
It's not. It's difficult. Bird is out of here. It's my guy, but he's done. He's done, man. He's done. And you want to see something real depressing, Dave? Let's get real depressing. Let's get real depressing. Watch this. Let me put this back. Look at this reality right here. Look at this. Check this out. Check out these running backs. Check out the running backs. Look at that. Look at the running backs, my G. Look at the running backs.
Christian McCaffrey, top 3 pick, fantasy football. Let's do this. Yo, he's it. Literally, he's it.
That's it.
He's
Yeah,
it.
this is reality. This is what we call reality. This is just facts.
Yeah. Boy,
It's
man, it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a lot.
hard.
Like
It's
who
gonna be
just
hard
said
to
that?
ball with a wide receiver.
One brother said, this team might look completely different. You're right. It's gonna look.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is you can look this up yourself. I'm not BSing. This is all facts. I'm not making nothing up. This is all pulled from over the cap, and it's using the roster that's on Panthers.com.
I would resign Elijah Hood.
I think Hood could get a look. He was on.
Yeah,
I think he was on a
I think
practice
out of the ones
squad.
that are there.
He's a power guy. I think he could
Yeah.
complement. But I think we need to draft a guy. It's not a very it's not like last year. Last year's draft was super deep with running backs. I thought we should have drafted one last year. But I think you can get a late guy. I think you can get somebody late. And listen, as much as I champion McCaffrey, we got to get somebody back there with him. That's just facts. We got to get somebody back there with him. I don't think he's gonna hold up through his contract if we run him into the ground like we did this year. I don't think that's gonna happen again. I'd be very surprised if it does. Just my opinion.
No, I think he's gonna get the same type of work this year.
We'll see. I don't know. I feel better if we got somebody back there with him. Cornerback. Let's look at cornerback real quick, and we're gonna dive into this much deeper. I just want to show y'all. You know, this is cornerback. So y'all want to get rid
That's in
of
good shape.
decent shape with cornerback. But
We ain't
even
got to worry about having to sign somebody. Now, if we decide to let people go,
you got
that's a whole nother debate for
you got a
another
bunch
day.
of contracts expiring next year though. You got Bradbury who could test the market probably. Seymour, Doss. It's nobody like. We're gonna talk about this later. I just wanted to show y'all, what I've been working on, and it's just reality. Okay, it's just reality. It's gonna be tough. We have to free up that money. That's why we gotta start with getting some cap space, and then plugging those holes because we got a lot of holes. It's a lot of holes. And I'm not gonna open up the phone lines today. But I'll probably open them next. I'll open them next week when we get a little bit further into, these undrafted free agents who y'all want to take a look at. But yeah, this was good. It is gonna be a process. Shout out to Slim J. It's definitely gonna be a process. It's gonna be some new blood. I think Tepper and Tepper. I think he wants to inject some new blood and get some new guys in the building. Because listen, I love TD, I love Peppers. Those guys are great, but it's time for us to get younger at the end of the day. And I think this is good for us.
It goes back to the debate that we were having on whether or not we were going to have a new coach and a new GM. Because now Marty's going to have to pretty much rebuild this roster again. So
Yeah.
we'll be curious to see how the deals will be dealt, and which guys are coming back, and which guys are we going to grab for free agency, and how long these contract terms are.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, and on top of that, there's preparation right now to think about a lockout in a couple of years, too.
That's true. It's a good
I
point.
read an article about
that.
coaches' contracts right now. The ownership is protecting themselves from having to necessarily pay coaches, thinking that a lockout might be possible in 2021. So there's a lot of moving parts right now, to say the least.
No, I don't think we need to tank. I just think we need to. It's a lot of things we got to figure out.
Yeah.
And listen, the way if you told me to if you put a gun to my head and told me to predict the season right now for next year, I think it's going to be a bad season. But I will say that we still got our solid core. We still got Luke. We still got Cam. And if Cam is healthy and we can build, I think we have a very solid core, and that we have something to build from. It's not like it's not the end of the world, but it definitely needs some work. We need some work. We need some work. We need some work. All right. So this was the first check off our checklist is done. We created cap space. We got near $50 million. Again, I want to ease your minds by saying a lot of those free agents that we looked at of our own were tit for tat. Couple million there, couple million. It's gonna add up, but it wasn't like Eric Reed was the only big signing. Okay, Eric Reed is the only one that's gonna command 5+ million maybe. I think Daryl might. Daryl might get 5 or 6 or something like that for 1 year. But I think Eric Reed is the only one that's gonna get like 8. And if you want another good thing on Spot Track, they have Spot Track has a value calculator, a market value calculator, which is super dope. So you can actually predict or kind of estimate what someone's market value is. So like I looked up Funches today. Funches is gonna get like 8 million, 8.6 million for them. According to them,
wild,
excuse me.
Man. But I'm not shocked by it.
That's true.
I told folks that's we were gonna make. He was gonna make a lot of money. He's probably one of the top free agents in the dang on class this year, unless Antonio Brown becomes available.
Yeah. We got enough to make some. We got enough to make something happen. We got something to make.
If 120 million.
The Colts, they haven't signed. They're not signing free agents. They're building through the draft. That's what happens when you build through the draft. They signed Luck, and then they almost got him killed. That's what 120 million almost got you. Got him killed. So I mean, it happens. I mean, it's working for them right now. They got money to go spend, but they definitely sacrificed for it. But they look good. Their defense looks good. The Colts build through the draft. You can build. That's what happens when you build through the draft. So, and listen, it worked. No, it works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you draft a couple old linemen and you can plug them. I think they have a rookie left tackle, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. I think they're starting a rookie left tackle. And I told y'all earlier, sometimes it works. But for the most part, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. All right, Dave, you got anything else, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good to go. We got through this checklist action. We got to check out how rough our roster's looking, but I think we'll be fine.
Yep, this is what we're gonna do throughout the next few weeks, especially to the combine. Again, shout out to everybody that's watching my draft videos. I slowed up a little bit. I was putting out 2 per day, and I plan to do 2 per day this week. But my receiver videos, I apologize about my receiver videos. They didn't have any sound on them. I messed up when I was doing them, so I've got to redo them, and that's why I'm kind of behind. So I'll probably start dropping them again tomorrow. I didn't have time today, but I'll re-drop again tomorrow, and we're gonna take a look at the wide receivers this week. Listen, we got plenty of time. Everybody keeps asking me do this, do that. Listen, I'm gonna get to everybody, okay? We got plenty of time. There's no rush to. We got a long time. I'm not about to be putting out like just because you asked me to do like the offense. I'll get to it when I get to it, my G. Yo, relax, okay? I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to the offensive lineman. I'm gonna get to Dante Thompson. Everybody wants me to do Dante Thompson or Deontay Thompson or whatever his name is. I don't know why he's a Bama safety. You already know what you're gonna get from there. You already know how I'm gonna treat him on the film session. You already know. So relax. I'm gonna get to Deontay. I'm gonna get to him. So everybody just relax. I'm gonna get to everybody. I'm gonna get to everybody. We got plenty of time. I'm doing 1 per day. We got plenty of time. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get to him. I'm going to get to the tackles, my G. I'm going to get to the left tackles, the right tackles, the guards, the centers. I'm going to get to them. Just relax.
We need to get to that Aggie, though, that declared.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my man, what's his name? Johnson.
Yeah.
Out of A&T. I think he like 6'7", 2. He got to put some weight on. Defensive end. We can't let him get out of we already let Cohen. We let Cohen get out the backyard. And you see how see what that did for us. All right, we let Brandon Parker get away from us. Went all the way to the West Coast. All right, but we can. I think his name Dorian Johnson. We cannot let him get out of North Carolina. We got to draft. He's like 6'7", defensive end, a beast. Okay, he dominated the MEAC. Don't let him. He might have to sit a year. get his body right. But like in the 5th, 6th round, you got to go get him. Got to
go
go
higher
get
than
him.
that, man.
Got to go get him.
Somebody's gonna hop at him a round or two before that.
Got to get him. But all right, man. That being said, I'm good, man. I ain't got nothing else. This is a good episode, man. Appreciate y'all. Listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a roster. We created our cat space. Now we gotta go re-sign our own. We're gonna re-sign. I think I'm gonna open the phone lines all episode next episode. And I want y'all to chime in and let's build this roster. What we gonna pay these dudes? I'm gonna get the fair market value for all the guys and see what we need to do and see if we can build this roster from scratch. I ain't doing it today, but next week I'm gonna have the phone lines open the whole time. Anytime y'all want to comment and say we effed up, we can do it. All right. So let's do it. All right. That being said, man, we're about to be out of here.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. Please subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and our YouTube channel at Panther Nation Podcast. You can also like our Facebook page at Panther Nation Podcast. While you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. And always remember, keep pounding.
All right, peace out, people.